Welcome back to HomeLabNetworks. My name is AJ, and in today's video, I'm going to demonstrate and show you guys how I back up my home lab and how I back up my home servers and the process I normally use to do this. So this old IBM server is my Proxmox Backup Server. So it has Proxmox Backup Server installed on it. You installed that just like you install Proxmox. And so this server here backs up my main Proxmox server, and it also backs up my cloud gaming server as they both run Proxmox. So we can back up all containers and all virtual machines. So in the event this server dies or this server dies, then I've got to rebuild it or reinstall Proxmox. I can literally just restore that Proxmox backup from this server right back onto this server, and it's going to be like it never went down or died. And then I've also got my Synology NAS here. It's a little baby one. This is also linked in to this Proxmox server up here and this Proxmox server here. Effectively, I do the exact same thing like this server. It backs up these virtual machines and this virtual machine to this server down here. So in the event this server dies, I've still got copies of it on this server. Now, like in theory, this server should be on 24/7, but because it's an older enterprise server, I believe it's from 2009, quite loud, and because it's so old, it chews up a lot of power. But for a full backup server, it does the job, and I can't complain. It's fast enough to do what I need, and I turn it off when the backup's finished because I know my backup schedule. For me, it's once a month. For other people, it's every day or once a week. So let's go ahead and power it on right now, and I'll show you the process on my computer. Now, for me to turn this server on, the on button's stuck all the way in there. I need to fix it, but I normally just grab a screwdriver and then we turn it on. Okay, so now that server's powered up and turning on, we're going to go back to the office, and I'm going to log into Proxmox Backup Server and show you guys how the backup process works. Okay, so now that we're back in the office and on our computer, I've just opened up my dashboard, which is Heimdall, by the way, and we are going to navigate to Proxmox Backup Server. It only has 23 gigabytes of memory, and the start drive in this server is it's a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and then the second drive is also a hard drive, is 2 terabytes, but obviously once everything's installed and configured, it takes it down a little bit. Yes, they are hard drives, which means the backups are a bit slower, but in the long term, the drives will last a bit longer, and I think in this case, they're more reliable. So as you can see here, my data store. So this is drive 2, but on here it's drive 1. I've used 58% of the disk space, and on drive 2, which this is the startup disk that the OS is installed, it's obviously used barely nothing. So what we are going to do is we don't actually do the backups in Proxmox Backup Server because this is linked in with our Proxmox servers. So we're going to go to server 1. So we have linked this server to our Proxmox server down here, and it comes up as a storage disk. And so we're going to click on PSB, so Proxmox Server Backup, and click on Backups, and you will see this is all the backups that I've done on this server. And I've also got my cloud gaming server here because I've got it linked in with my second Proxmox node. So we're going to go ahead and click on Data Center, Backup, and then PSB, and then we're going to run this scenario. And then you'll see down the bottom here, it's going to create the job, and then it's going to go through all these virtual machines on the side here, as you can see the little backup symbol, and then go ahead and back up all these virtual machines to this machine here. Now, as you can see, in real time of what's happening, it will take a little bit to update because they're hard drives and it's an old server, but I think for an old server, this is a perfect use case for it. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run because this will take up to about an hour. And then the second way I also back up my home lab and home service, as I showed you in the rack, is with my Synology server. So I like to back up one server at a time. So I'm backing up my main Proxmox server, so to the IBM server. So now I'm going to back up the Proxmox cloud server to the Synology, and then we'll vice versa that, put the Proxmox server on the Synology, and then the cloud gaming server on the IBM server. So as you can see in this Synology here, it's an old Synology, it's a little baby one, it's slow, but it does the job, and I just use it pretty much for backups. So we're going to go ahead and open up File Station, just so I can show you where the backups live. And down here we've got Proxmox, so this is the Proxmox server, and then we've also got the cloud gaming server backup here. So we're going to go and launch the cloud gaming server, and then same as before, the Synology is linked into Proxmox, and it'll come up as a disk down here, and you can see the backup I've done for the cloud gaming machine. So we're going to go ahead and click on a data center, backup, Synology, and then run now. Now this won't take as long as my main Proxmox server because it hasn't got as many virtual machines, and we've done 42% of the Burt's virtual machine. And then cloud gaming server, right, we'll start on the backup, the Windows 10 virtual machine, which is the cloud gaming virtual machine. We'll go ahead and check on our Proxmox. And so then once this is all back up and completed, I will show you the file shares on Synology. And so if we needed to copy these backups to my main computer or another computer, we can either access it by file shares, and we just open up Proxmox and then dump. That's where the backups are saved. And then we can just copy and paste the folder to wherever we need it. And then on the Proxmox Backup Server, to access the backups on here, we need to download a program called WinSPC, I believe. And that's how we can PuTTY or SSH into the Proxmox Backup Server and then copy those files to wherever we need them to be. We are now started the second virtual machine, and as I said, this will continue all the way down to all the virtual machines are backed up, and then all our home lab is backed up. In the event something does go down, we have backups in 2 different locations. So that is the process of how I personally back up my home lab and all my home servers. And now I do have an offsite backup, which is Google Drive, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a home lab, but I'd rather have 3 types of backups instead of having 2 locally and they both disappear because they crashed or they get corrupted. So the saying in IT, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So 1 backup means nothing, having a second backup means something. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to leave a like rating, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.